welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video we're going to pull off the frame, and the first things we're going to do is of course disconnect the brake lines, and then we're going to disconnect the wiring harness and the drive shaft, and that should be pretty much it. So let's get to it. So guys, quick interrupt right here, a quick ad for my merchandise. If you guys want to check it out, then hit the link up in the corner or in the description down below. They're like $30 a piece, free shipping, so check it out, grab one. They're nice and warm for this cold garage right here. Don't film on the suit. All the wires up. So there we go, guys. This is a real awesome feature on the F-board. It's basically have this main plug for your entire harness, and there's like one 8mm bolt, and then all wires on the entire engine room or whatever is disconnected. So I'm actually not quite sure on how I'm gonna disconnect the brake lines right now, because I don't want brake fluid everywhere. So I think I'm gonna disconnect them at the calipers, and then we're just gonna let them drain into a bucket or something. I don't know, something that's easiest for now. And then when we come back later to take the frame itself off, it should have drained out, I think. So we're just gonna do that. So there we go. Disconnect the battery too. So right now is the perfect chance to give a huge shout out to Cold Case Radiators for sponsoring this radiator. Real awesome setup, great radiator, and then also this fan shroud with two awesome double fans right here. So that's really cool. Now the awesome thing is also we have this little harness in here, so we can quickly go and disconnect everything. Just a little connector, and there we go. And that's out of the car. And then we also have two ground wires right here we're going to take off, and that should be it. Go, don't damage the wires, and there you go. Really nice. Then we can get that out of the way. So the next thing we gotta remove is the fuel lines. I got the return and the feed line running down through the frame where there's like these two brackets. So we're gonna go remove them real quick. So I think the next thing we're gonna do is go inside the car and remove the transmission linkage or whatever. So you know what, actually I think we're just gonna go down to the transmission and remove the shifter cable, so we can let the whole shifter mechanism up there in the cabin stay. That's a little easier, that's like one bolt or something. So let's go to the other side and do that. So the next thing we gotta remove right here is the speedo cable right here. So that should be pretty easy. It just like thread it in to the transmission. There you go. I don't know if that's gonna piss fluid all over the place now when we take this out. If I'm even able to get it out. There you go. It's basically just that little square rod that goes into a wheel inside the transmission that spins around. So next we're gonna do is the transmission cable coming from the shifter mechanism up here. So basically the shifter mechanism is connected down here. So the easiest way for me to remove this is just remove this bolt or nut right here. There we go. Luckily that's not that tight, because everything is nice and clean compared to last year when I took everything apart, where everything was rusted. And then we're gonna thread the washer and the nut back on so we know where that goes. So I don't know if you can see this bracket right here, but basically this cable going through is stuck there because I remember something broke, so I did this little mod or locking clip here with my own steel wires. So what I'm gonna do is just remove it, the bracket here, from the oil pan itself. Then that's out of the way, I guess. So there we go. Got the bolts loose. Gonna get them off real quick. And there we go, the bracket is off. So I'm just gonna, of course, for safety's sake, put the bolts back in for maybe transmission leak, I don't know. No, I'm just gonna do it so we know where the bolts go. So actually something I'm wondering right now, if I should drain the transmission, as we're going to pull the drive shaft out up here. And then I guess fluid is gonna piss out of that seal up there. So might as well drain it. And we might as well gonna drain it anyway, because we're changing the fluid at some other point. So let's just do that real quick. Oh, there we go. All over my hand, so that's just great. Trans fluid actually looks really good and clear, so that's really awesome. So now it is time to remove the drive shaft. So we got 4 bolts, 2 in each corner. Okay, so here's a little tech tip for you guys, right? You got 1 wrench on, and you can't turn it, right? Put a 2nd wrench on that thing. Now you got some good old leverage, but the thing is you probably need to lock up your transmission first. Let me just do that real quick. This is like the 20th time I'm getting out. What a fucking workout though for just getting 4 bolts off. So now what you want to do, right, is you want to come in here and use this as torque. Bam, look at that, like butter. Suddenly you don't need any force. Get the most stuck bolts out. Tech Tip Tuesdays with your boy Terry. A lot of T's right there. I don't know, I'm just rambling now. So I'm not quite sure how we're gonna get this axle out. I'm not quite sure how stuck it is, but well, there it goes. And this is the amount of play that's in the diff right now. A good like inch or something. So I don't know if we have to check like how the pinion gear is set right now, or sorry, like how the ring gear is set, I guess. That's a lot of play, isn't it? I don't know. So all the experts, let me know down below in the comments. So I just figured out something. I have 4 jack stands right now. The car is sitting on the rear end of the frame and then on the frame at the front. But when we're gonna drop the frame, we'll have to get the frame off the jack stands. So we're gonna need 2 more jack stands. So before I'm able to even continue, I have to go get 2 jack stands. By the way, yes, I think someone noticed this last video. That is the Christmas tree I've been driving around with. It is still in perfect condition. So, because I'm not a goddamn wimp and I decided that I don't want to wait till tomorrow, I figured out how we're gonna do this. So basically, I have a lot of car tires and wheels laying around here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put them at the rear of the frame. Then we're gonna use the jack to hold up the front of the frame. And then we're gonna use 2 jack stands to hold up the body. Then we're gonna put like pressure or whatever on the frame. So that's like what's underneath or whatever. Then we're gonna put like pressure or whatever lift with the jack on the frame. Then we're gonna undo the 4 bolts on the frame. Then we're gonna start lowering it. And then we should be able to pull it out. I think. I don't know, let's try this. Let's put up a time lapse because this is probably gonna take time to figure out. Okay guys, so here's the plan, right? We currently have the jack there on the ground supporting underneath like the cross member of the front of the engine, right? So that's gonna hold up the front of the engine and also that's gonna hold the front of the engine. Now of course we're gonna just lower it down on the ground and then use the wheels when it is so it doesn't tip to the side. And then of course down here we have the back of the frame, which is gonna sit on those, which I'm not quite sure if we're gonna do like this, because then when we lower the front end down, that's still like a good few inches down there. Then the front of the car is gonna sit, and then the whole frame is gonna sit like crooked. So I'm not quite sure if I want to do that. So you just saw me set up this whole thing, and now I'm gonna redo it. We are just gonna put the car down on the ground, and then I'm gonna loosen the 4 bolts, and then we're gonna put these small dollies at the back of the frame. Much easier than doing everything in the height of the danger of the height, if you know what I mean. So we're just gonna put that on the ground, and then we're gonna do it. It's a little bit easier. So right now, the body is gonna fall like 0.000 inches onto those wheels right there, which are rubber, so that's not gonna do anything. Now the frame, we're gonna take the 2 bolts off in each side, and that's then gonna allow it to drop it down on these dollies, which is also like, I don't know, like 0.00 inches off the ground. So nothing is going to like major drop, and we got everything down from the heights we had before, which is a little more safe, I guess. Now the only thing I just forgot I actually need to do is go over here and actually remove the steering column right here, and I think we're gonna remove it up here so we don't have to get this rubber disc down here from the connector to the steering box through the whole frame and stuff. So we're gonna go up here, there's a little bolt, take that out plus the pin, and then it automatically gonna get pulled out when we pull the frame. So that's what we're gonna do real quick. So as you can see, all the body mounts are officially taken out. So I don't know what's holding this up anymore actually. So I'm gonna try to slowly lift the body off the frame. I think the frame is sitting on the dollies now because I can't move the dollies anymore. So I guess that's the weight of the frame. So I'm gonna try to lift the body up a little bit. I think that's the only thing we need, like 2 inches up with the body, and then we can roll out the thingy of the frame. So there we go, guys. You should be able to pull the frame out now. There we go. It shouldn't be stuck on anything now. So as you can see right here, these are the bushings that we're gonna change. You can see there are one over there, one over here, and one over here. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to smack the like button and smash the subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to check out the link down below in the description if you want to buy one of those Hansen Racing hoodies. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy. So cool. Next video is gonna be interesting. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what I'm gonna work on next, but stay tuned.